Hello Virgo, this is your Grand Lenormand read. It is October, roughly the middle of October. Each week ahead of you or each line ahead of you is intentioned for a week or a maximum of a month, and you only have one line ahead of you, Virgo. It's not going to be necessarily a short reading, but it might be shorter. It's just saying that we don't know a great deal right now because things maybe are very much in flux. A lot of confusion coming through in this reading. I have got the clouds and the house of the clouds. It's an area of disturbance, confusion, trouble, depression, suspicion. That's very much how this period is kind of shaping up. Now, I think it might be specifically around health, your health or someone else's health. So let's go straight to your oracle cards. We have got luminescence. I kind of wish the Angel of Alchemy came out first and luminescence were to follow it, but it didn't. But they are sort speaking of a sort of similar, or they're at least in a similar vein, because the Angel of Alchemy talks about there being health challenges that you might be dealing with presently. This to me, I mean, it does often come through sometimes with someone who has had maybe a health issue or trouble with an addiction that usually they have overcome, but there's still a lot of murky, dark negative energy around them. It's a very depressive card, so it might be an injury or it might be an illness. It just might be feeling a little bit kind of ill at ease with whatever you're currently dealing with here. So, and it's asking you to investigate alternative methods of healing. It is a powerful healing angel because there is darkness. It is a murky aura that you currently have. So it's going to take some courage, usually, maybe, to address this. But luminescence is here. And luminescence, I really do feel this is one of these readings. It's very much speaking about shadow work in terms of the archetypes I've got through the tear, the shadow, and the self in reverse here. So this, I think someone here might be having therapy or might be considering therapy. That might be a very good thing, because the luminescence card is considering the parts of yourself that have been in some way unacceptable to you. It's a card about self-love, and it's asking you to, radiate that self-love to yourself. Because I think with the shadow coming through here and the tear, there's sadness here. There's sadness here. The tear is about, mourning, or, I mean, it's literally just flowing tears. It can be released and it can be incredibly positive. And if someone is getting therapy or considering that, I say that because I have the birds on the house of the tree, which I was focused on looking at, given what came through in the oracle cards, that health may be an issue. It's literally directly below the feminine Virgo I'm reading for, so it's very much in focus. This may be a conversation, and maybe therapy, maybe seeing a psychologist or a therapist or some sort of mentor that's helping you in some department. But it could be physical, because I do have the scythe up here knighting the tree, which to me speaks of some sort of surgery or operation here. The self is in reverse, and that speaks of being kind of maybe fatigued or a little bit disjointed, not really being able to see the wood for the trees, understanding oneself clearly. And the shadow is about it's something that maybe to you that you're in denial of, that is kind of unspeakable. It's the aspects of ourselves that we've kind of shelved, that hidden away, that we don't think are particularly pleasant, we don't want other people to see. So this whole reading is asking you to be much, much kinder to yourself in that department. Much kinder, because and if there's sadness here, then it is a case of releasing that and letting it flow. And that may come through conversation with others, or specifically a therapist, because the third house is come through in the dice, the third house of communication and media, and Pluto, which is about deep transformation, powerful transformation. And interestingly, you are, as the female Virgo, on the house Or the bear. The bear is the feminine energy here, which is power. It is strength. It is, you know, it's sometimes dominance. I'm really just saying that whatever it is you're dealing with, you do have the power. You do have the strength to handle this. But you need to obviously, you know, deal with it face on, quite possibly. You know, focus on whatever this confusion, doubt, or, you know, suspicion is, because it is the biggest part of your reading. It's not just, you know, doubling up. It is also knighting you that you are confused. You may be confused about, you know, what direction to go in. Maybe following some news, but I think you're just confused about what direction to go in regarding this masculine energy down here. And it can be a masculine energy, but it is Lenormand. And if you are female, or male, this is basically the most significant person in your life. They are significant and they are very current, because they are forming part of your mini tableau, you know, your portrait read. They're in the 9-box spread here. And the last card in your reading. So there's a lot of weight comes in terms of this connection here. So yeah, basically there is like a negative aura or a kind of dense energy that's surrounding you here. You've been asked to exercise self-love. You've been asked to release. You've been asked to, you know, do your shadow work, or at least face it, and, you know, question and get to the bottom of why you feel kind of disjointed, disconnected at the current moment. But most of this reading for you, Virgo, is going to be past history. So I'm going to start with the first 3 cards coming into the reading are the mice, the whip, and the moon. Now this can speak of a difficult loss. The whip is something that can be recurring. It can be recurring losses, but the mice on the rider is speaking about, you know, news of a loss of some sort. It can be like depreciation with the mice. It can speak of a theft. I'm feeling, because I'm really focusing in your health here, is coming through in terms of distrust and fatigue. And it's a recurring problem, and it's probably emotionally related with the moon card coming up here. It's almost like an emotional journey you need to take. I don't think it's a physical journey. I don't see a lot of movement around you here at all. I think the focus is on, you know, where do you go from here? So your energy, you come through on the house of the stork, which speaks of, you know, positive changes. There is some sort of movement here, and yet the movement, as soon as it's, I don't know if it's actually encouraging you to make that move, or it's saying that the move is, you know, cut short. I don't know if you're cutting things out, you know, instantly. I don't know if I'm sort of getting a vibe. You might not be giving maybe sufficient opportunities, you know, air to breathe, because you're on the house of the stork, which is really positive. It's a card of immigration, or, you know, movement, positive change. It can be, you know, an upgrade of some sort. And it's on the house of the scythe, which is cutting that. I certainly wouldn't be flying, put it that way. The next couple of weeks, this scythe is right above your head here. And it's on the bookie. So there might be like some invitation, you know, to change things up, or to move, or to relocate. It can be like some sort of like sudden change here, but I'm just feeling that Virgo's like, you know, shutting things off constantly. They get the bouquet, which is under the scythe. It's usually, you know, a really beautiful card. It's big luck, it's surprises, it's happiness, beauty, pleasure, invitations. Cut off. And this cut off is mirroring this man down here. And I'm not seeing anything wrong with his energy. That's what I'm going to say. So I don't know if you've got, you know, a fixed opinion of this person, or you've had experience of them. But I mean, they are in the future. This is someone you might not even have met. This could be someone you meet through new work, because he is in the line with the anchor above him here through the letter. This can be like a job advertisement, or, you know, something in the newspaper, you know, something written in terms of stability or a job. And his cards are, you know, pretty good. He's got the ring in front of him here. This is literally what you're dealing with now. You have a choice to make. a choice to end something, because the choice is on the house of the coffin. You have, and I think there may be an invitation to meet someone here, because this choice on the coffin is on the garden, which speaks of meetings and groups, public events, a gathering of some sort, the community. There's almost like an invitation, a gift, an offering to, you know, connect with a new person or a new group of people here. And I'm just saying, Virgo females, just cutting off. I don't know why. And maybe that there is an issue with your health, or you do have some sort of like, you know, operation or procedure to go through here, and you don't really want to, you know, connect or, you know, get out there or socialize or date or something like that. Your connecting cards with this man are basically the child and the ring, and this is talking about a new relationship. So there is basically in the void the opportunity of a new relationship now and very soon. Within the next week to 1 month, there is that opportunity. And I just don't know, Virgo, if you're ready for that, because I think you've got some issues that you're dealing with here. I mean, obviously it can be a flipped reading, you understand, but I'm going to look at your energy first, and what you're coming through is the Fox Spirit in reverse. And this can be really sneaky energy, but it's someone who camouflages, and usually to avoid some sort of intimacy here. So it can speak that you're being too clever for your own good. You might be dishonest with yourself, maybe dishonest with others. It's coming from a place of self-protection, because you have this opportunity to change things up. There's something new coming in here. It's an invitation, it's a new group, a new job, a new person. And I think Virgo's coming from a place of, I don't think you feel ready. The message, the hummingbird spirit, is my message from, you know, past on loved ones. That is what this card means to me. With the wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. They're telling you that you have the knowledge and you need to, in some way, shape or form, share it. They're telling you you're capable of whatever this is that's coming your way. I mean, it might be a new job. You do have the anchor here. But ultimately, I think there's just so much distrust, probably from, you know, past experience. I'm not seeing anything really bad in your past here at all. I'm seeing like a blocked friendship. I'm not seeing anything negative there to suggest why you are coming through as so very reticent. Other than it's a health issue, or you're dealing with family. But I am seeing that there's maybe something in your past that has made you feel isolated, and it is maybe in connection with some sort of betrayal, because the snake is on the house of the ring, which is obviously in connection with this possible new man coming in, or a man you're currently connected with here. So there may have been some, you know, infidelity, or, you know, betrayal or jealousy, or another woman in your past that's maybe left you feeling isolated. And now I think you've got to the point, you know, where you're so keen to root out anything like that. You can cut it off sharpish. And I'm not sure if this person you're currently connected with, or, you know, are soon to connect with, is just a projection of that. And that's why we need to maybe go back and sort of, you know, look at integrating the shadow here. Because I'm not seeing anything wrong with this guy, is what I'm saying. Okay, firstly, and this is like a big tick for me, ego spirit, spirit has your back. This is always telling me that whoever this card relates to is on the right path. They are being protected, they are being guided, they are listening. Spirit has your back, they're doing right. This might be someone who's very shy. Peacock spirit in reverse here, speaking of let it shine. This is someone who's usually, to me, in the upright. It can be that you're just being asked to, you know, be out there and, you know, be loud and proud sort of thing. It often comes through to me as a very arrogant, showy energy, and is particularly attached to maybe the mouse spirit is someone who's quite small. You might be diminutive, literally small, but actually this is someone who is very particular, pays attention to the details, doesn't really miss anything, but they're very quiet and very shy. So I don't see anything wrong with this person. I don't know if you've met this person yet. They're in your future line, so you may not have, but you are knighting them, and you're also knighting the rider. And I can't speak of a new man. Now this new baby, okay, I'm getting huge buzzing now, so it is possibly someone new. This is like a new relationship that is literally in your midst. I can look at your 9 box up here, and I can look at your 9 box down here. And this is a manifestation line, and it is a new relationship coming in. It is one that has the possibility, firstly it's new, of real stability, real growth. There is an issue with the snake. There's always a fucking issue with the snake. But I'm not going to focus on any of the past part of your reading. I know it's a really short reading. I'll take a little bit of clarification for you in terms of my future tarot. But honestly, the vibe I'm getting is you are certainly dealing with something here. You are releasing energy. You may be dealing with a health issue here. And maybe something that's chronic or recurring, that you just don't feel, particularly vital or connected. All I'm going to say is, Virgo, I think there's something new coming in here, and I think there is a very strong possibility you're going to cut it off dead, and it's nothing to do with that person. It's to do with where you're at. So bear that in mind. Let's just look at the confusion card, the clouds. The clouds on the house of the clouds. For Virgo, why is the clouds on the house of the clouds? Sideways. It's the 6 of Swords. This is not knowing whether to, move. Whether to move on, quite possibly. Why is the clouds here? Clouds on clouds for Virgo. What's that? 7 of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse. So there is there's clarity here in terms of what constitutes happiness for you, basically. And you're just not convinced or sure whether what you have now or what is on offer constitutes that happiness. So you really are on the fence, really not knowing what way to go. It doesn't seem like, drastic. I want to look at the tree card. You see this tree card which speaks of health, family, patience. It's on the house of the book, which is the house of secrets. So there could be like a secret kind of a health matter here that in some way is, I don't know, it's the world is wrapping up. It's a successful completion. The tree. The tree. This book is connected to house and family. The tree for Virgo female. Oh my gosh. Right, the 4 of Swords is reversed. And that speaks to me sometimes that the healing is done, and it's kind of time to get back out there. It can be sort of antsy. I mean, there's definitely been a significant ending with the 10 of Swords. And interestingly, there's the 6 of Swords missing there, which is what is creating confusion. So whatever has gone down here, and there has possibly been a betrayal with the snake sat here in the ring, a betrayal of a relationship, of a contract. The 6 of Swords is saying you don't know whether it's retrievable, solvable, or whether it's time to go on. The Emperor in reverse is most definitely an issue. Queen of Pentacles at the base of the deck is your energy, with the Judgment card upright. This is making a decision. Either to, you know, rebirth something that's maybe already died. The Emperor is speaking about lack of control. Can be narcissistic energy. It's dominating, it's controlling. I don't think that's this guy. Okay, show me the ring. The ring. Now this ring could be contractual because it is on the house of the Anchor, which is my 9 to 5 solid job. The Anchor is a card of endurance and resilience. So to see it with the ring is a really beautiful combination. It's like a relationship that survives, you know, kind of every up and down. The ring for Virgo. Ugh, my hand hurts. Knight of Swords in reverse. This is a really aggressive energy. This relationship for you or for this other person is one that somebody's losing patience with. I mean, literally, the tree card can speak of patience, and I'm getting a feeling you or someone else, the lovers, losing patience with this connection. Because it's confusing. You don't know where it's going to go. Right, tell me about this scythe. What is the Virgo cutting out here? What is the scythe that's been cut out on the bouquet? This is like cutting out an invitation. Oh my God. 7 of Swords and the 2 of Cups in reverse. Is this straight up cutting someone off because you think they're deceptive? You think they're lying? You think you think they are a criminal even? Boosh. Done. I'm just going to say, Virgo, I don't know, but I'm not seeing any, because that ego spirit's got your back. It's a very specific card for me that speaks that somebody's not all bad. I just think this might be coming from past experience. Okay, so let's just look at the man. This new man in Virgo's life with the ego spirit, who he? Maybe I've read the ego wrong. I like the ego. Chariot. Ouchie. 3 of Pentacles. This is something to do with work. This is something you're probably likely to meet on the job, or there's some sort of offer of a job in connection with this person here. Someone who's planning, who wants to work with you, who wants to progress with you, might even want to marry you. Sometimes a Chariot, depending on the combination, can be a card of proposal. Why is the Peacock spirit reversed for this man? He's the 4 of Swords reversed. So you're both like sort of in retirement. Maybe you're an older couple. Maybe you're both retired. The Peacock spirit reversed for this man. And 6 of Wands. So as much as he's like hiding his light under a bushel here, this is someone who does like to be appreciated, does like to be recognised. He is in some way successful. Recovered is what I'm hearing. Mouse spirit for this man that Virgo female is connecting with. Hello. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. Virgo, seriously, this is something new. You might not know it yet, or you may still be connected with them. But I'm thinking a lot of the issues you're seeing with this person are your issues. You know, with whatever you're dealing with here. I don't necessarily think they're their issues. So let's take you some advice for this time period. It's a very short reading. It's not necessarily short, but you haven't got a lot of future energy here, Virgo. This man is also on the house of the fish. It could be a wealthy man, it could be a businessman, and this connection, as I say, could develop in terms of work. Okay, Virgo, advice for this reading. I'm going to have to get a map for this, I don't often listen back to my readings, but I listened to one in the car just recently and it nearly blew my eardrums out. I can't understand why no one's complained about it. Advice for Virgo. Advice for Virgo for this reading. Get one. Oh yeah, Mother Earth. Feel loved and comforted and trust in higher forces. Mother Earth, beautiful, beautiful. It's Empress energy. Okay, I'm hearing, I don't know who sings this, I want to wake up with you. It sounds like, I want to open your eyes. I want you to be the first thing that I see. I want to wake up with you. I can't think who sings it. I'm going to post it below and have a wee listen. Allow yourself to be cherished. Mother Earth is protecting you with a shield of love and light. Mother Earth is the female counterpart to Father Sky. It's auspicious to receive this card because in the eyes and heart of Mother Earth, you are her child and she is highly protective of her baby and will give you everything you need to grow and expand. You may have felt overwhelmed or out of control emotionally recently, but you're now moving back to a natural centre and that will bring you to a place of clarity and openness. If you have felt ungrounded, know that Mother Earth is here to root you and help you regain your sense of strength. You may not feel like a child, but in the eyes of the divine, you are a child of light, and it's important you know that and feel loved. If you have had challenges with your own mother or being a mother yourself, know that the energies of mother healing are with you to help clear any ancestral blockages that are preventing you from making this sacred love connection. You're being guided to make choices that are based on love. And I think, Virgo, the minute you get that wee urge to, like, you know, cut something off dead, take a moment.